students, last class we discussed about transformer, the principle, working and description, everything we discussed in the last lecture. In this class we are going to discuss about the current transformation through the transformer. That means advantages of AC in long distance power transmission. AC is very good when compared to DC because it can be able to transmit over long distance, but DC we can't do this because transformer is a device which is used to convert low to high alternating voltage and high to low alternating voltage, but the transformer works only in AC. That is the important fact. Okay. In the power stations, lot of amount of power are generated with the help of AC generators. Okay. There are large number of power stations depending upon their fuels. Thermal power station, nuclear power station, hydroelectric power station. In these power stations, large amount of power will be generated. Okay, but the most of the power stations are situated in the remote places. Okay, most of the power stations are situated in the remote places. How this power is transmitted to the city or town? Because power is produced in the remote places, but we want power, we are living in the heart of the city or town. Okay, how the power is going to transmit? The power is going to transmit with the help of transmission lines. Okay, through the transmission lines, with the help of the transmission lines, power will be transmitted. This transmission lines is made up of copper or aluminum, copper wire or aluminum wire, which have resistance. So they have some power loss. The formula for power loss is equal to I square R. Okay, there is some loss due to what? If the current is high, power loss may be high. Otherwise, resistance is high, the power loss may be high. There are the two parameters, there are the two factors which causes power loss. So we are using copper or aluminum wire which having resistance. How to decrease the resistance in the copper wire? With the help of increasing the diameter of the wire. We may use thick wire instead of thin wire in the transmission lines. If the thickness is increased, if the area of cross section increase, the resistance will decrease. If the resistance will decrease, the power loss is decreased. That is one of the way to reduce power loss. Okay, but the expense of making thick wire in the transmission lines is much higher. The expense is large. It is not practically applicable. So what is the another one way? Reducing current will considerably reduce the power loss. How we can reduce the current through the transmission lines? With the help of transformer. That is the answer. With the help of transformer. That is one way. What is that way? That is most economical and also reduces the power. How? We can make use of the step up and step down transformer. In the step up transformer, voltage, the step up transformer increases the voltage with respect to input voltage. Step down transformer decreases the voltage with respect to input voltage. We know very well. When the step down transformer increases the voltage, how? By decreasing the current. By decreasing the current. That is the point I mentioned here, because we want to decrease the current. So in the transmission point, in the remote places, power stations are situated. In the transmission point, that means in the power stations, the current is transformed with the help of step up transformer. the current is transformed in higher voltages. Due to the high voltage, with the help of step-up transformer, we can transmit the power in high voltage. With the help of high voltage, if the voltage is high, the current is less. Then a very small amount of current is passing through the transmission lines. So the expense of making the transmission wires, used in the transmission wires, the expense is less. Erecting electrical poles is also less, because we are using thin wire. It is enough, because the current passage is very less, because we are using step-up transformer. It can increases the voltage but it decreases the current. So in the power station, look at this diagram. In the power station, power is transmitted with very high voltage using step-up transformer. Here this is step-up transformer. That means number of turns in the primary is lesser than the number of turns in the secondary. So here the voltage is higher. That means stepped up. The voltage is stepped up. So the current passing through the transmission lines. This is the transmission line. So the current passing through the transmission line is very less. So our expense is also very less. We may use thin wires. Okay, so the expense is very less. So the less amount of current passing through the transmission lines. In the city limit, there is a step down transformer which converts higher voltage into lower voltage, high to low alternating voltage. When the voltage is converted, simultaneously the current will increase. This current and this and this low voltage and this higher current passing the city substation, that means power grid. That power grid distributes the power to the houses, homes, schools, or anywhere. So that is the way of transmitting power. It is naturally a very good method because it reduces power loss considerably. I will prove this with a certain example. Let us wait. Let us consider the power of 2 megawatt which is transmitted through a thin copper wire whose resistance is said to be 40 ohm. Okay. This power can be transmitted in two ways. That means the applied voltage will be 10 kilovolt, otherwise 100 kilovolt. That means in the two way we can transmit this power. How much power loss? Okay, this is for first case, this is for second case. First I will take 10 kilovolt. 10 kilovolt means 10,000 volt. This 10,000 volt we can obtain with the help of step-up transformer. Okay. Now the formula for power is P is equal to VI. So I is equal to, we know, P by V. So I is equal to P. How much power? 2 mega. Mega means 10 power 6 by volt. How much volt? It will be sent through 10 kilovolt. That means 10,000 volt. 10 into 10 power 3. So here 3 and this much gets cancelled. 2000 by 10, that means 200 ampere of current is passing through the transmission lines. 200 ampere of current. The 200 ampere of current, here I will write here. The current passing through the transmission line is 200 ampere, which is very much higher current. When this amount of current is allowed to pass through the transmission wire, the transmission wire must be thick. So the government must spend excess amount to construct this type of transmission lines. It is not applicable, it is not good, it is not good economical, it is not good for our country. Okay, so I is equal to 200 ampere, which is much higher current. Okay, when this current passing through the transmission lines, what is the power loss? Power loss I square R, so I is equal to 200 square, the resistance will be 40 ohm. So 200 square into 40 ohm, how much? 4 into 10 power 2 the whole square, 10 power 4 into 40. So the power loss P equal to I square R, so what? 2 to the 4, okay. 16 into 10 to the power 5. 1.6 into 10 power 6 megawatt, sorry watt. This is power loss. Here the power loss is 1.6 into 10 to the power 6. 10 to the power 6, that is not minus 6, 10 power 6. So the percentage of power loss is how much? The percentage of power loss. Percentage of power loss is equal to 1.6 into 10 power 6, that is mega. This is loss of power. The applied power is how much? 2 mega. Mega means 10 power 6. So this much gets cancelled. 16 into 10 power minus 1 divided by 2, 8. So 0.8. 0.8 into 100 means it is converted into percentage. So into 100 into 100, what? Into 100 means 80. So totally 80% of power is lost. 80% of power is lost. We are applying, we are sending 2 megawatt power, but 1.6 megawatt power was lost due to the power loss. P is equal to I square R. So the remaining power will reach the receiving station. So 80% of the power will be lost. Is it a good method? Definitely say no. That is not applicable. That is a very bad method if we are sending power like this. Okay. What is the second method? What is the alternative? Another one method. Another one method is the same formula. We are now sending the power with the help of 100 kilovolt. 100 kilovolt means 100. Okay. So the value of I is equal to 2 into 10 power 3 by 10 power 2. How much? This much cancel. So 2 into 10 is equal to 20. Only 20 ampere passing through the transmission lines. Only 20 ampere. 20 ampere is not a very large amount of current. It may able to pass through the thin copper wires also. It need not want a large or big or thick copper wire. So it is okay. So 20 ampere is okay. It is economically okay. These copper wires we may use, no problem. So now the power loss is I square R. The same things will be repeated. Here I square R is how much? 20 square into 40. 4 into 10 square is 100. So 400 into 40, what is this? 16,000 watt. Here only 16,000 watt is power loss. 16,000. 20 square 400 into 40. Okay. What is the percentage of power loss here? The percentage of power loss is 16,000. That means 16 into 10 to the power 3. So we cancel. Cancel means here what? 10 power 6. So it becomes 3. So when this 3 goes to the numerator, it becomes 10 power minus 3. So say 216. So 8 into 10 power minus 3 means how much? 10 power minus 3 means 0.008. 0.008. So into 100. I will write the steps separately. 216 cancel. We get the final value 8 into 10 power minus 3. 8 into 10 power minus 3 is nothing, which is equal to what? Right here. 8 into 10 power minus 3 is 0.008 into 100. We want to convert this in percentage. So 0.008 into 100 is 0.8%. Only 0.8%. Here the power loss is 0.8%. In the previous case the power loss is 80%. Here only 0.8%. That means what is the value here? 16,000 watt will be lost. In the last case 1.6 megawatt will be lost, which is better. This method is better because the power loss is 0.8%, which is a very less amount. So which method is better for transmitting AC current? AC. This method is better. So in the power stations, when the power is transmitted, first it should be stepped up with the help of step up transformer. So the power is stepped up with high voltage. Please remember, the power is stepped up only with high voltage. In the city substation, this high voltage is converted into low voltage with the help of step down transformer. So when the voltage is decreased, the current will be increased. This current we will make use of it. So that is the way, that is the trick or technique we used for the transmission lines, for the AC power transmission lines. That is the main advantage of AC, because we can convert AC voltage into high into low, low into high with the help of transformer, because transformer works only on AC. In the DC, if the DC voltage is generated, it cannot be stepped up or down. We can't increase or decrease. That is the main disadvantage of DC. This step up or step down transformers are used in many places. For example, in our charger itself, we are using step down transformer. In our home, 220 volt power supply is allowed, 220 volt power supply, but the charger needs only 5 volt. So inside the charger there is a step down transformer which converts 220 volt to 5 volt. But it supplies enough current for operating our cell phones, mobile phones. Otherwise, electric welding. For electric welding, much amount of heat is required because of welding. We know very well about welding. So welding needs very much amount of heat, where we get the large amount of heat with the help of current. According to Joule's law of heating, if the current is high, the heat is also high. So large amount of current can be derived. So in the electric welding machine, there is a step down transformer which decreases the voltage, increases the current. So the large amount of current will be produced. Due to the large amount of current, high heat will be produced. That heat melts the metal, and we can able to join the two pieces of the metal. That is called welding. So large number of uses for this transformer, step up, step down transformer. One of the main advantages is this. Advantage of AC is due to the application of the transformer. Okay, that is about that. Okay. If there is any losses in the transformer, if there is any energy losses in the transformer can able to transfer power from one circuit to another. In the last class we discussed. Okay. If there is energy losses in the transformer, yes, definitely yes, in practical purpose. In practice, there is energy losses in the transformer. What are the energy losses in transformer? Which we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Okay. I hope all of you very well understood this question very well. I hope. Okay. Now I wind up this session. We will meet in the another question in the next class. Thank you, my dear friends, my dear students. Bye.